What's up everybody, my name's Chance, and today we're going to be diving into a Selesnya equipment deck. That's right, we're using Kor Blademaster's ability to give warriors, equipped warriors, double strike. Now you're saying, Chance, as far as I remember, there's not a whole lot of warriors in Selesnya outside of the warriors that you would already have access to in white, and then, of course, why wouldn't you just play Boros? Well, that's all very good questions. A couple things you get access to in Selesnya. First off, you get access to Tajuru Paragon, which is technically a warrior, right? Because it enters and it's also a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. Conveniently enough. Anyways, Stonework Packbeast, while it's not in Selesnya colors, is still a nice little warrior for 2 mana. It's a 2/1. So not the strongest warrior you'll ever see, however, it really benefits this one, Squad Commander, 4 mana, 3/3. Whenever it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white core warrior creature token for each creature in your party. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party creatures you control, get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. Now obviously, it takes either 2 Paragons and 1 Stonework, or 2 Stonework and 1 Paragon to create this sort of full party aspect with the Squad Commander down on the board. But once you have that, your warriors, your pack beasts, your paragons, all this stuff getting indestructible, which generally is enough to power through your opponent. Now, as far as tiers go, I will say this is actually a tier 1 deck. We've managed to smash through several decks with it already. We've hit some insane lethality, and of course, you're gonna want to watch through all the videos to make sure you see this this footage today, ladies and gentlemen. There's some special stuff in there. Anyway, so tier is very high up there. Difficulty to play, not too high on difficulty, really. Turn 2, you're just going for your warrior. Generally, not the Kor Blademaster. Do not drop this on turn 2 if you have other stuff to play. If you have a Seasoned or a Paragon or a Pack Beast, because the nice thing with Blademaster isn't the fact that it's a 1/1 with double strike, because that's kind of lame if I'm being honest. The nice thing is giving the double strike to your other creatures sort of out of nowhere for only 2 mana. Right? Imagine if you could play Embercleave for 2 mana every single time. You'd be like, yes, please, sign me up. So, the idea here, you get down your warrior on turn 2, Hallowblade, Paragon, Pack Beast, whatever it may be. Come turn 3, you have the potential, and it's a very high potential, for 10 points of damage. And obviously, turn 4, you would still have that 10 damage. Turn 5, still have that 10 damage. So, essentially, you just run over your opponent. So, you play down your warrior. Come turn 3, you either play down your Rosethorn Halberd onto your warrior, so obviously it can't be your Hallblade if you're going to play the Halberd, but goes into your Paragon, goes into your Pack Beast, then you play your Blademaster, right? Turn 3, you have 3 mana, 1 mana equipment, 2 mana creature. This allows you to buff your Paragon up to either 5 damage, which double strike gives you 10, or Stonework to 4, double strike gives you 8. Now, you could also play down Skyclave, equip it to a creature, play down the land, Skyclave will go off, +2/+2 to your creature. Again, Paragon goes up to 5. This does work with Hallblade, so Hallblade goes up to 5 as well. Drop the Blademaster thereafter, make sure you play Skyclave into the land, that way you're not missing the land drop, blah blah blah. Blademaster comes down thereafter, giving your 5 power creature double strike now as well, and this is again only on turn 3. So turn 3, you got a 5/3, double striker, which is insane. Very next turn, drop another land, another 5/3 double striker. So, moving us down, we have 2 copies of Heroic Intervention. This is to help keep your creatures alive. Obviously, you have one that you're very, very invested into. It's great. It helps keep your whole board alive, helps keep a single creature alive. Same thing with Ranger's Guile. Now, if you want to do a little standard, deviation of the deck, you could take these cards out, go throw in Selfless Saviors. It gives you additional creatures. They're not warriors, but they are still, little 1/1 bodies that you can equip Halberd to and Skyclave to and all this kind of stuff and still attack with. So I do understand if you want to play Selfless Savior. I get tired of seeing the same cards across every single style of deck. So we're changing it up. Heroic Intervention, it does have better benefits up against the board wipes like Shatters and Storm's Wrath. Of course, we still see plenty of Shatters, and now that we have Giants coming up in the next set, I've been seeing a lot more of the big old Realm Cloak Giant fella myself as well, so pretty good defensive card there. Return to Nature, we see a ton of artifacts and enchantments in the standard we have right now. If you don't get a chance to use this card, generally they'll be playing a graveyard deck, in which case, there you go, there's the 3rd clause. And if not, it's only 1 card, won't be that big of a deal. Paragon, of course, as we talked about, as a warrior. Also, though, if you have the 5 mana, you're getting down to 3/2. You can also kick it and find a creature that shares a creature type with Paragon, which coincidentally for your deck is every creature. So if you find another creature within that top 6 cards, you get to draw it out. Maul is really good with the Kor Blademaster as well. Let's say you don't get that perfect turn 3, whatever. That's fine. Turn 2, you go your Hallblade, you go your Paragon, blah blah blah. You know the drill. Turn 3, you stack Maul on top of it, and now again you got that 5 damage Seasoned Hallowblade, except now it has first strike and flying. And then come turn 4, you can drop the Kor Blademaster and have mana for the Heroic Intervention, which of course is nice. Hallowblade still gets the double strike. Now it also has flying, and you have protection for it. So the deck really curves out well to where, whether it's being super aggro or being pretty aggro and still defensive, it seems to get the job done pretty frequently and pretty efficiently. Squad Commander, we've talked about. You drop it, it creates those extra core warriors, which can help you with either going wide. Since they are warriors, once you get down to your Kor Blademaster, you can equip anything to any of them, and then they have double strike. And then, of course, the +1/+0 and indestructible is just nice. Legion Angel comes down as a 4/3. It is a warrior, so equipping anything to this halberd or whatever, it's a flying, double striking monster. Not to mention the fact that it gives you another copy of itself back when it enters the battlefield. 2 copies of Emeria's Call, because again, warriors, indestructibility, acts as a land, and comes down untapped if you really need it to. And then last but not least, we have Turntimber Symbiosis. Late game, if you're just back against the wall, trying to slug it out, this card is fantastic. 2 cards in the sideboard are of course, our other 2 Legion Angels that we're going to be grabbing out. And then our lands are as per the usual. We have Pathways, we have Plenties, and we have Passages, which I just now realized is PPP. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching this this little breakdown. By the way, difficulty to play, not very difficult. Speed, it is extremely fast. As I mentioned, power, it is so strong. You're getting double strike, and you're not having to use the Embercleave shenanigans of swing in with 3 and then lose 2 to get Embercleave on 1, blah, 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 blah. So power's there. Control, it's not very controlling. We have a Glass Casket. That's about it. We're not trying to control the board. We're trying to go through the board. We're trying to smash to face. We don't care about the board. We want the face. Strategy, I already mentioned all that good stuff within the meat and potatoes of the deck tech breakdown. So again, if you're enjoying this content, be sure to leave a like down below. Comment in the comment section if you have anything you'd like for me to know, or you just want to start up a conversation with me, or you're answering the daily question or the secret code phrase there at the end. Now, all that being said and out of the way, make sure you're subscribing if you're new here, hitting that bell icon. Without further ado, let's dive into some magic. So opponent does get to go first, but this is really a pretty solid hand here. If I can hit a Kor Blademaster, you know, that's what you like to see. So a Hellhound coming down for the foe, that's what you don't like to see. Alright, some of that mono red aggro action. Anyways, Temple of Plenty coming down, and you know what, I'll keep the land. I'm a little weary of it because I don't want to only see lands, and what I have in hand certainly is not going to deal with mono red shenanigans, am I right? So I'd like to see other stuff, but we'll have to wait. Now, is it better to remove their stuff or get down something? This thing only comes down as a 3/2, which means essentially the Hellhound can still kill it, the Fireblade can still kill it, likewise with Stonework. So I think we just Glass Casket here, you know? I don't love it, but... And I think we take the Fireblade. Fireblade's always going to be able to attack. Hellhound is sort of a limited, you know... If it's true mono red, they might get... Well, now 3 more procs out of it, 4 more total. Ooh, Forbidden Friendship. That is an interesting one for sure. Another Skyclave. So let's get some blockers down, shall we? We don't need to tap you or kick you. How much is the kicker? Just 5 total? Okay. That's interesting. Another Forbidden Friendship, you don't say. They are like aggro city, huh? Well, let's take out these dinosaurs if we can. We are all the way down to 11, which isn't fantastic. Do we just go wide on the blockers? Just get down all of our blockers? I think so. We can worry about these equipments later. Now, of course, I would have loved to have kicked down the Paragon. You know, beggars can't be choosers. We didn't quite hit the 5 mana. I really gotta change the song. I need to remove that song. It's just too much for me. Underworld Rage Hound coming down for the foe. So they are just full-blown aggro. It's not really... No rhyme or reason here to the deck. Just sort of swinging in at random. So we'll block with the Stonework Packbeast. It doesn't really add anything extra. The Paragon doesn't. Now it does dodge, whereas the Paragon would have traded. I suppose that's something. Heroic. Oh, how heroic. Let's keep that. And I'll go ahead and throw a Maul down onto a Paragon and a Rosethorn onto the other one. And this way we should be pretty beefy as far as blocking out goes, right? We can block that 3-1. We can block their 2-3 that pops up, and then they just have the little 1-1. So as long as we can get to that heroic intervention, I feel like we'll be good and safe. And then they're top deck and we're top deck, and it's a top deck world. So do they swing at us? They do have less cards, so Robber does proc. They get to hit our heroic, which is horrible for us. But we can still block this out, and it's not going to result poorly. You know, yes, their creatures live. Yes, they get to deal damage. Yes, they still are heroic. But we're not losing creatures, which is good. Down to 6 life. That's not good. Alright. Paragon, and we do kick it. Let's go diving, looking for some creatures. Seasoned Hallowblade. Happy to have found something, so no attacks. They have 5, 6, 7, 8 damage on board. We have 3 defenders. The Rage Hound has to attack. They're swinging in just for the Robber Ranger's Guile. I don't think that's too great for him. So if I do 5-3 on the Robber still takes out this Paragon, right? I guess I'm losing something here no matter what, though, right? So let's ensure that you get taken out. So this way they're only dealing 2 potentially. Oh, I did that wrong. Now I'm losing 2 creatures. I'm sorry, everybody. That's fine. At least we got the seasoned, right? They replay the Rage Hound. Yeah, so we should have blocked the 3 health creature to that, and then... Or no, then they would have just kept the Rage Hound alive, right? So then 3-2 to the Robber. 5-4 to the Rage Hound. Yeah. Alright, so I did mess that up. So we can block there. Block there. We're still taking 2. Puts us to 2. Oh man. It's so close. It is so close. Alright. No. You cannot attack Paragon. If they hit a land, actually, we're probably in trouble. I don't have a Ranger's Guile either, so if they have removal, again, in trouble. Oh, God. They just don't know anything but swinging all in, am I right? So if I block you, you get another creature back. So I might as well just block a 1-1. Still taking 2, but this way they don't get another creature down quite yet. Down to 2. Rage Hound can't come back. It's another Rage Hound, so I guess it can, in a sense. It's up to this. We drew... No way. So we're undefeated. Not gonna lie, I was expecting a little bit of resilience, at least in game 1, but hey, I'll take a 2-minute victory. Ooh, stream before bed, love it. Yeah, I generally like to be more energetic and more awake and more like yeah, fresh, for lack of better words, for my streams. You know, I just feel like I bring better energy, but when you gotta do it, you gotta do it. So, opponent does get to go first here, but we have 2 Kor Blademasters, a Packbeast, and a Squad Commander. So I'm gonna keep it because, you know, we didn't get to see any Blademasters in our last game because that was a very fast game. So, no. They're not like fervent champions. Stacking them doesn't do anything. Might as well have made it legendary, you know? If it wasn't such a meaningless creature, I'm sure they would have, right? Anyways, sorry to put you down, Blademaster. You know, I think the world of you. Anyways, you always go for the one that's not Blademaster first, or at least I usually do, as well. Blademaster is kind of it's a medium priority, right? People will blow removal to take out a Blademaster. Like, you know, you could equal dangerous stuff later. So I like to have the board kind of set up, at least get double strike off once, if at all possible. If not, you know, no big deal. I would like to get that Squad Commander down on curve, which it's looking like we'll be able to here. You know, but lands, and more lands. We're gonna get down another Stonework. This at least adds to our party aspect, right? So when we have the Blademaster, that'll be 3 of the party stuff. So Squad Commander coming down can create us a few creatures, which is nice. Atris, hey, let me get a little look-see here. So I think that's how you do it. Or you make them really want that card that's down below, right? Because if you show someone a Fabled Passage and a Banishing Light, oh, come on. Don't you, like, if someone was to show me 2 primetime cards, you're not going to think about the other one? You just straight for it? That's alright. I mean, all you can really do is destroy the Omen. So I think we dropped the Squad Commander here, yeah? Create those 3 1/1s, am I right? No attacks. We are flooding the board a little bit, which means if we can get down 1 more Packbeast or the Paragon, we'll have a full party, and then, you know, Squad Commander kicks everybody into indestructible, gives them an extra +1/+0. Am I right? You can combat if you have a full party. Yeah, okay. Banishing Light coming out on the Squad Commander, not really a surprise considering we kind of gave it to him. But what they don't know is that we gotta return to nature. So I'm gonna return that Banishing Light to the graveyard, aka make it into compost. Y'all know what compost is, I'm sure you do. Your grandma's, you know, you go to throw away an eggshell and she's like, no, put it in this old coffee can. That's how we save that stuff. Any hoosers, we're going to use Return to Nature, not, well, no, because it doesn't really benefit us. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and proc it here. What is that? Is it an enchantment? It's an enchantment. You know, as the night drags on, so too does my, Thank you, by the way, for 3 additional creatures. You know, I wasn't originally giving you proper comeuppance, but you're really benefiting me here, putting down that stuff there. So, I really want to keep the 2 ones because, again, we're 1 creature away from having a full party and just making everything light up like the 4th of July with attacks, right? So let's not spoil it. 1 bit of equipment, and then we drop a Blademaster. We equip something, you know, whether it's the Commander or a 2/1 or a 1/1. We basically just don't want to see a board wipe. That's the one horrible thing about this deck. Nothing innately has more than 4 power, so Shatter just hurts. It just hurts. Anyways, an even not eat to extinction event would be horrible for us as well. It would take out the Packbeast, it would take out the tokens, it would take out the Squad Commander. Essentially, it would be just a whole board wipe. It would take out their Atris as well, but you know, they're leaving 3 mana up. I wonder if they have, you know, that removal that they need, that Murderer Strider or Murderer or what, Soul Shatter. You know, I'm sure they do. They're taking too long. They thought this one out. Blood Chief's Thirst. They're taking out the Stonework because it's cheaper. Or maybe they have a Heartless Act? Skyclave. Okay, so we're 2 creatures away. A heroic intervention. I'm dropping a Blademaster. I know it doesn't do too much for us, but I'm doing it anyways. I'm swinging all in with you guys, and now that we're 2 creatures away, I'm really tempted to just start knocking on the door, you know what I mean? Like, hello, is anybody there? So they'll block against the Packbeast, and this means that our squad commander can start swinging in from here on out, right? They're down to 13, which means if we can get to a Maul, send the squad commander into the air, we do have lethal on board. We also have heroic intervention, so if they try some sneaky shatter the skying, we're good. Dream Tralla. Holla holla, Dream Tralla. That's not what you like to see when you're playing a bunch of small stuff that goes wide. Not at all, not at all. So this one feels like a bait, but at the same time, maybe they just don't think about it. You know what I mean? Maybe they're just not on their A game today. That's okay. Oh, it's the Maul! Take them to the Maul, ladies and gentlemen. That we shall, that we shall. Alright, and we also still have enough mana for heroic intervention, which is the most beautiful part about this all. Am I right? So you're a warrior. Equipped warriors you control have double strike. Why do you only have first strike? Because you are equipped, right? Oh, you also have double strike. Alright, alright. Cool, cool, cool. So if you block, you're gonna heal 3. You're gonna deal 10, which means we need to deal 16 points. That's 17 there, right? So you block a 1/1. I don't even think we need to use heroic here, right? We just got them. So they heal. Oh, we're off by 1? I'm sorry, everybody. Yeah, you know, math. It's Oh. I was so sure I'd added that up correctly. Oh, right, because they blocked the double striker. You know what? We won anyway, so Selesnya equipment. 2-0. Anyways, Jake, like from State Farm, we're going to keep this because, again, we have potential for some high aggro damage here. And I love, y'all know me, there's 2 things I love in this world, and it's, okay, it's a lot more than 2 things, but to keep it simple, it's pizza and high damage early. It's curving out. It's aggro smashing. So, oh, and it's high risk, high reward situations. So, in honor of that, we're going to play down the Maul into the season because you can't get any more high risk, high reward than that. Now, the one problem here with our plan is the fact that we played the season down instead of the Paragon of the Packbeast, so it can't receive the Rosethorn Halberd as easily. It can still get it. It's just going to be a little bit of an issue, which I'm fine with. But the reason we played it is because it's also a very self-sustainable card in the fact that it's very hard to kill. Very hard to kill. So, okay, so we're definitely playing you down. Do I wait on the Paragon though? You know, because next turn we could potentially kick it, and that's drawing us a card. So do I potentially just go for a Return to Nature or something like that, or maybe a Rosethorn onto the Stonework? You know, there's a plethora of options here. They are playing Selesnya. I think we could actually do from leaving the Return to Nature. I have a feeling our friend here might be playing the Ye Olden Felidar. We're going to leave the mana for the Return to Nature. I might regret it. You know? I might regret committing the Rosethorn to the Stonework. We'll just have to see. There's the Felidar, and I don't regret a single thing. It is an enchantment, right? I feel like I know something until you click the button and there's no turning back, you know? Return to Nature is not the kind of card to ask you, are you sure? So you kind of need to make sure first. Anyways, we didn't hit what we were looking for, but that's okay. We hit a land, which is one of the things we were looking for, right? Because that means we can kick you down now. which honestly sounds horrible. Like we are literally kicking this elf. We're kicking it down, and that just no. Stonework, you stay back, buddy. Season, you know, I won't be upset if you just end up winning this whole game for us. You're doing some honest work right now, and all they got is a bunch of little bugs to stop you. Please, these bugs can't even fly. You're joking me. Don't use your evolving wilds yet, you fool. You're not even gonna copy your scoots. You're not even scooting down the path to victory. You're just scuttling. I think scuttling would be more progressive than scooting, huh? Either way, we're picking up the victory. And I'll hush up about scuttling, scooting, and moving all together. Kingdom America? Kingdom America. Duh chance. Kingdom America. Gotcha. A little lacking on lands, but outside of that, you know, we got the equipment, we got the creatures, so yeah, why not? Hey, and there's a land, so fret not, my friends. Now, I know we're going to need double white if we're going to re-equip the Maul, right? I value the Paragon more, so I'm going to play the Packbeast first. Does that make sense? I hope it does. If not, you know, what's a man to do? Alright, we're going to go ahead and play down the Paragon. And I believe we're going to attach this Halberd to the Packbeast. So turn 3 getting in for the 4 damage. We get a 4-2 and a 3-2 down. On the next turn we can also get down Maul. Now we can go ahead and just equip Maul to the Stonework if we want to, if it can live, of course. Might also just want to save mana for the Heroic Intervention though. Selesnya players, you know, they could be playing a Banishing Light, Glass Casket. There's a number of things. Now their timer popped up, but they made a play. Okay, Cultivate. It's a Bont player. Ho ho ho. Well, being in the situation that we are, I think we just let them have it as far as the damage goes, and then don't play the Heroic, because if our creatures can live, next turn we can just equip a Maul, and then we live, right? We have 7 damage on board. Maul is another +2, which means, yeah, once we do this, it should be GG, right? Resolve, pass, my turn, and they're like, oh, I'm alive with 2, but not really, so... That's it. Selesnya equipment. It's that easy, ladies and gentlemen. Turn 5. Victory. Yeah, so that was pretty easy.